Today's tale sees us playing BattleTech once again, and today we're up against Rocket Robot, and we have a fairly brawly fit here. I'm just going to get moving first before we start talking about things, since I only have a minute here, and I need to get my ass off this hill and into some combat. Alright, let's get my hunchies off here. So today we're running 2 commandos with the SRMs and 2 hunchbacks with AC-20s. So really risky fit. If my opponent is bringing anything that can outpace me, I'm pretty much stuffed. I rely completely on getting on top of people. So this could be exciting times indeed. It could be pretty one-sided. Either way, I just want to blow chunks out of things. I just want to get up and just engage those ACs. I do have 2 sensor lockers here, just in case things come in hot and fast on me. I can shred off some evasion, and we can look at maybe hitting people with some of our ACs here. We've also got Arclight here for the old initiative phase games, which should be good. We're going to take probably a sprint to about here, and we're going to just look to close as much gap as we can, I think. That's probably how we're going to want to do things. Showboat can be probably towards the front. We're going to move these guys this way. We've got Apex and we've got Blockade. So Blockade's going to be our front runner here. He's got the evasion, he's got the good stuff. And hopefully our opponent is going for something a little brawly as well. What are we hoping not to see? I suppose something that's going to just keep jumping away from us. It's a high possibility. These days, a lot of people have learnt that brawling is not all it's cracked up to be. Because you have to close a lot of ground, right? And to do that, I mean, if you get shot by, say he has, he could have what? A couple of Panthers, maybe some Vindicators. He could just keep moving away from me, keep firing those PPCs in. You know, pretty much wrecking my day. Now the next move, we're going to have to be pretty careful here. If he's coming towards us, he'll probably be around here somewhere. If he's not, it'll be a little bit more exciting. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll push Arclight straight up the center here and see if we can't get ourselves maybe a sensor lock. We'll probably push to this side. Maybe if we find something, we can run back into this. Alright, what do we got here? A commando, a fire starter, and a Kintaro. Exciting stuff. Kintaro is going to be our primary target here. The fire starter, not so much. The D's. There's a lot of knockdown going on here. A lot of knockdown. So we're going to have to close this. Should we don't? We probably don't have to close the ground here. We could sit out and wait for him to come into us. Or we probably want to fight in a forest here. Not so much on this, because that'll make life a little difficult for us. But, oh, it's just gonna be a big brawl. Big brawl indeed. Hopefully, he can fire on that if he wants, yeah. I'll take that. What we'll do is we'll just, probably just move back here. If we can. I don't particularly like a lot of this. We'll take a move over here. I think we'll brace up. He's probably going to move forward and fire with this. I don't really want to fight around this either. So we'll let him come towards us. We'll brace here. I've got to move this one now. If I reserved again, he'd probably get his SRMs into us, which would not be happy times for our commando here at all. We have no long range fire. I wonder if he's going to lock this again. He is not. We're just going to reserve down here. He could reserve down as well. It would be the smarter move. And we'll start getting some of these hunchies up. Ooh, he's not going to. Alright. So the hunchbacks can hopefully chew up his Kintaro here. But if we get knocked down, it's going to be a rough old time for us. I would have preferred if I had some LRMs, but I don't particularly, so that is not going to be all that great. We're probably going to sprint up with, I think we'll go with Apex first here. Probably want Apex more towards the back here. Actually, we'll probably put her towards this back. And then, that way, he's probably going to want to death from above from over the top of this hill. This is actually, I don't know. I mean, at 15 mil, Kintaro's so overpowered. I suppose I just have to hope for a headshot and we just obliterate this thing. But, he's definitely brought the OP build here with the Firestar and the Kintaro. You just want to death them above this in. You want to fire this in. These guys do a couple of 100 damage. You just want to just blow things apart, right? On the flip side, I do 100 damage if I hit. So we could rip big chunks out of these things. He's probably going to fire his LRM 5. We'll take that. I mean, LRM 5 should do pretty minimal damage here. 6 hits. Wow.
Do they think they can hurt me?
Excellent. We might actually have to push into him. Because I have a feeling he's just going to set up and be fairly okay. Just swinging around here. I wonder if he's going to set up on this ridge line here. It's fairly interesting. I mean, he's kind of got the better of us here with an LRM 5, which is it's a little embarrassing, but that's alright. We might be able to get a cheeky peek if we're lucky on this guy here, depending on how he moves. If he leaves it here, we might be able to take this corner and fire into it. Otherwise, we'll probably have to just roll forward and brace a lot of the time, which is going to hurt us a little. Yeah, alright. So he's setting up for that death from above behind here. And he's just going to continue to drop rounds on this guy. We're just going to reserve in.
Waiting for the right move.
I don't really need to do anything if he's... He should just reserve though. It's not all that bad. He could swing forward and fire, but I doubt he will. He's just going to set up for a turn of just bum rushing around this corner, really. Interestingly enough, he's not reserving, which makes me think he's maybe slightly new. Because you notice a lot of the older players will definitely reserve. They won't do stuff like this. Because now I can just, you know what, we'll just reserve. If he moves this short, we maybe could swing here and fire. It's going to deal, this is going to deal a lot of damage to us. Even if he goes to about here. Yeah, so he's keeping it a fair way back. He's going to just fire the LRM 5. I maybe should have moved. Taking a bit of damage. He could actually just keep pacing us like this, which would be slightly annoying. Since we are fairly slow here, and I can't quite make this mineral field, we might have to take a move towards possibly this. It's really scary. This thing will come straight down the hill and straight at us. I'm a little out of options here. I could go this way.
What do you need?
We could take Arclight around here and give him a bit. We got 10 seconds though, 9 seconds. We'll reserve down once more.
Yeah?
These probably pretty much moved fairly well. We could move in, fire, and run away, I suppose. Do we just risk a brawl here? I think maybe we have to. Alright, let's go for it. I think we're just going to have to risk a brawl. See what we've got. We've got 2 braces. How much evasion have we got built up on this guy? This guy's actually exposed. I could probably pretty happily put some rounds into him compared to these guys. So I think we'll go with that one. And then we'll just flick Arclight out again. Just rummage this guy a little. It's actually not bad. That's more damage than he's done to us.
Good to go.
I'm a little hesitant for these moves though. What we might do is we might go here and brace. Alright, I think we're just gonna have to go for the brawl. So we'll move here, we'll brace up. Actually, you know what? Let's go for full damage on the Kintaro, I guess. This could cost us one of these guys as he death them above's over the top on us. But we'll see how we do. We're kind of grinding the Kintaro down a little, but I don't know whether it will be well and truly enough here. I wonder if Blockade. Blockade can't quite make it. What we're going to do with Blockade is we're going to probably... Thing with the Hunchbacks here is there's ammo on both sides. So, I mean, there's ammo and weapon. So it gets a little hard to keep these babies safe completely here. So we're going to probably get Arclight into this stuff here in the hope that we can keep ourselves a little safe here. I would prefer crystals here. Probably put some more into the Kintaro. And then we should get first move. Maybe we can knock the Kintaro here. I doubt it, but we'll see how we do. See how we go. It's going to be pretty risky. Pretty risky indeed. Alright, we might knock him. And then we can probably get some a whole lot of AC firing. He could probably go for some of these now. This commando might be toast. We'll have to get the 2... maybe I should have sprinted forward here. Damn, that's not going to be enough, actually. Oh well. It'll be all on. It'll be all on indeed. It's probably just going to fire on this as best he can. Hopefully this field does some work for us. It's going to be pretty rough. It's going to be real rough indeed in here. Rough riding, that's for sure. We're just going to have to swarm this guy. Hope that we can do enough damage that the Hunchbacks can maybe push through. Come on, knock him. Please, sir. Ah, yes. So we can do about 100 damage here. It's definitely not going to be enough, but we will have to do what we can. He'll get this thing up and maybe obliterate Arclight. Ooh, that's going to hurt. He might death them above. We might just have to ignore the fire starter for a bit. The Hunchbacks are super weak to getting shot in the back. Ooh, he's going for punches here. Okay. Ooh, this commando is just taking a beating. Absolute beating. He's probably going to death them above the side of this thing. Completely wreck it. We're going to have to just pile on in with the 2 hunchies here. And do whatever we can. Oh, here comes the death them above. Ba-doom. Poor old Arclight is probably dead here. Luckily, I suppose... Ooh, come on, baby. Nope. Luckily, I suppose, in our favor, The focuses are going to work out fairly okay.
Standing by.
Blockade, you're going to have to really get on this, baby. Apex is not going to make enough ground here, which is a little sad. But we have to take it. What's in these arms? Medium laser. I could not saw off any of this. So we'd have to hope that all of this hits and we do 100 and... still not enough, but I suppose we just have to pray for some damage here. Alright. Well, it's some damage at least. It's not going to be nearly enough. Oh. Really? Alright, we're going to have to pray to RNG here. Absolutely pray to RNG for a rock solid bit of fire. What do we need here? We need the AC to hit. Ugh. Come on, 70%. If I needed one. If ever I needed it. Ah, yes. Alright. This is a fight we can take. This is definitely a fight we can take. Oh, alright. So. What do we need here? We need to probably look at... I think we might have to ignore the fire starter to a degree here. Or we could maybe punch the fire starter down. We do have small lasers. Punching's fairly effective. If he gets behind the Hunchbacks, we are going to take truckloads of damage though. If he doesn't move these far enough, we could maybe get them. But yeah, I think if he gets behind these, we are pretty much dead. As lucky as we are with this, if we lose our hunches here, it's going to be serious business. Serious business. Alright. I'd say we probably look to reserve here. And then we're probably just going to have to beat the hell out of this thing with our punches here. When we get maybe... oh... if we maybe get rid of this, we might be on a fair bit of luck. Ugh, just so much back shooting's happening here, though. It's not great. We probably want to go on these guys. They do the most damage here. We need some serious luck on... Oof, a crit. Alright, that's not the luck we needed. This guy's probably going to get in... we're going to have to... I think we just have to punch this guy down. We'll probably punch first with this. 2 evasion. Punch with this. 1 evasion. And then fire him with Apex and maybe clean him up. We're going to want to put some space between us and some of these things so that Apex doesn't get abused here. Super heavy. Hopefully he doesn't have enough movement to get on this. Oof. Well, at least we're not going to get knocked. That's the plus side here. We could actually pull this down to no evasion and fire him with the AC. We can fire him with the ACs twice. Let's have a look. You still have the AC. So maybe Showboat. Do you want to just move? I don't know. I feel like firing's probably the better choice here. But 2 ACs is probably pretty good on a Commando 2D. So we'll back up a bit here. We'll sensor lock this guy down to 1. And then we'll back up and fire. And back up and fire, I think. We'll go for the torsos as best we can. Definitely has to be the 2Ds though. Just to pray for 40% chance to hit. It is a lot of praying. Otherwise we could do 80. What are we guaranteed here? We're guaranteed, you know what? We're going to risk it. We've already risked a fair bit Why not risk a bit more? You know? Why not risk a bit more? I mean, we don't really want him getting behind us easy. Oof. Alright, that's a first miss. Luckily... Ooh, actually, we're getting pretty hot too.
Aye, aye.
65. Yeah, this might be a fairly good move for us. We will be behind a rock face here as well. It's a shame we lost Arclight because we could have gone pretty hard on this guy. But instead we're going to just have to... 65, come on baby. This mineral field's probably not doing us any good. But we got rid of a medium laser. These things are probably just going to wear us down with back shots here. He has to get behind us. If I lose a little bit more, we'll have a focus, so we could probably clean up this guy. If we could. I'd love for my ACs to clean up one more of these before we have a hard time of it. Whoop. Alright. He's going to shoot us in the back again.
I'm being flanked.
Well, we're doing okay.
Reporting.
Doing okay.
Internal damage.
What we want to do is probably go on this guy here before he gets to move. And I would like to quite possibly take something like this. I think. He's possibly going to keep going on this guy. Hopefully our evasion does some work here. Hopefully the mineral field does some work for us. It's all fairly iffy, but it's all I've got really. Hopefully we can pummel the side of this guy. He's not looking too happy. A couple of shots on the center torso and he'll be gone. Man, this is a whirling of death. I have to say, if this was an actual single player game, we'd be pretty stuffed, right? I mean, we're not coming out, nobody's coming out of this fairly happy. Nobody's coming out of this happy. We might have to start resorting to punches. Punches are probably our better choices here. We're gonna have better chances of hitting. Especially, I mean, if he takes the hunch off this, at least it's a punch bot. And most of these are not going to have enough evasion to really be too effective. The only problem is center torso is going to be super exposed. Hopefully, alright, so he's still going for the rear shots. And that is, oh yes, all to the side. I'll take that. We can probably get in for a punch on the side of this and kill it with this one here. And then wherever this guy gets to, we can maybe deal with that. The fire starter, at least it's overheating, so the medium lasers are going to be an issue for him soon. Especially if he wants to keep jumping it around. Hopefully, at some point he loses his evasion here. And we can just blast him with an AC-20. Apex really needs her AC-20 to survive. If this guy punches, I suppose it's alright for us. If we lose someone, well then it's another story, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. I don't think he can quite get around the side of us here. Is he going to go for the back of this one? What's he doing here? I don't think there's back shots. Alright, that's not too bad. The mineral field should hold us up, and the evasion should hold us up. Oh, try not to get hit in the face though. You sir, punch from the side. Be pretty happy for that. 85 to hit, come on buddy. I just need a torso hit, and we're in business. We are in business. Back exposed, no good, but we'll have to do. We're going to try and stay away from this fire starter as best we can and pound this guy down. We might ease up with the AC here, just so that we can have a bit of 40 from there, or 45. I'd rather probably have the mineral field backing me up here. Plus we get to rotate fairly okay. We'll just ease up with this AC here. The refire is kicking our butt completely. We'll shred some evasion off this guy. Hopefully he goes with the fire starter. Hopefully he goes with the fire starter and we can do some work with our commando. He would be better off moving his commando to fire into the back of this than anything else. If he moves to about here, we'll probably sensor lock this so that we can have a go. Ooh, nearly got focus here. Alright, so this is probably not the better move. Although Apex, at least he didn't get the AC there, right? So what we'll probably do is I think we'll back up behind this guy and we will just back up behind this guy and shoot him. What's he got here? Has he got the mineral field? Over here, 3 evasion, 2 evasion. I'd rather, except for this is a blocked shot. Definitely don't want that. So we'll have to probably take from somewhere over here and just launch into the back of this guy.
Affirmative.
We maybe could have just reserved and sensor locked him, but I think we're better off just firing into the back. If we're lucky, we'll score a few hits and do a bit of work. Ooh, toasty, toasty. She's a little toasty. He'd probably swing around the back of this one, give it some working. 4 evasion on this fire starter is doing a lot of work here. He might be able to get behind Apex here and do some work. 4 evasion, punching luckily negates the 4 evasion. Yeah. Probably was better to shoot from the front. I probably was better off actually just not even shooting him but reserving down and seeing what happens here. Whoop. That hunch is probably gone. Nope, hunch still here. He might take a double punch on this guy.
I'm here.
Still no fury, which is kind of annoying. We will probably punch into the back of here. If we're lucky, we'll leg him. I don't think we will, but we'll try legging him. Or can we actually punch? We can't punch you, can we? I'd rather punch here. 85 to hit is a lot nicer than possibly the 40 I'm going to get out of this AC. Get rid of that arm. See you later. Didn't want that. We'll just fire our small laser off into the distance, though. Yeehaw. Yeehaw. You, sir, want to just rock'em sock'em from probably the side here. Let's have a look. Oh, is this the right side? It is. So there's hardly anything left on this. I'm fairly okay for that to happen. Next turn we will get our focus here. So hopefully, if we have an AC left on one of these mechs, we will still be up and running. Medium laser gone. Whoop. Zap to the leg. We're just going to beat these mechs down, I think. Unless he gets really lucky with some of these shots. Hopefully we get focus and we can just rip some bits off this commando. It's pretty desperate. He might get some final shots on the back of blockade, blow that up. If he doesn't move with this one, I'm pretty happy to fire showboat into that. I'll try and avoid the mineral field here and do what I can to this guy. There's not much left of him, so we can hopefully get rid of this, and then we can maybe focus one of these, and we'll see how we go. It is, it's all on. It's all on. I would love to come out of this with 3. I have a feeling he just needs to possibly get them above the back of this, and he's probably pretty good to go. I could come in from the side and maybe shoot this guy, and then He's got 2 evasions still. Alright, here comes the death from above. Probably on this... No? Alright, he's jumping behind. So we really need... Blockades probably... Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Good to go.
We'll definitely come down the side here and blast this guy. I should have fired into the front. Sometimes firing to the back is not the best. Hopefully it's not too much left of this guy. Come on, baby.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, now he's pretty much dead. He is all sorts of boned. Actually, Apex, you just want to come across here. We'll focus up. Turn on that AC. Should just absolutely rip a chunk out of this guy. Come on, Apex. Focus away.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. In you go. If we hit a leg, oh, 95, and we missed with that. That is... That was a lot. A lot to miss with. Alright, we'll punch from... I'd rather punch from the front. We might get lucky and do some fair whack of damage. Woo! See you later, leg. See you later, leg. Alright, showboat. Up the hill you go. Oof, that's a bit of a miss. I'd rather you shoot from here. I mean, if I hop on the mineral field, you have an even harder time of hitting this. Try and leg him if we can, since he only has a little bit left on the leg.
All weapons are go.
And we should win. There we go. There we go, indeed. Whew. I'm pretty happy to come out with 3 mechs at the end of that. Let's have a look at what he had. It was a pretty rough fit, I have to say. Sumo, yeah, I guess so, because you can tank fairly well. You know, if he had actually reserved, he would have had none of these issues, right? He would have seen that I was just going to bum rush him. So I have to say he probably lost on the reserve front. He did say he's only played 7 or 8. I mean, 7 or 8 might seem like a lot of games, but it sure isn't compared to... I mean, I've seen... Someone was posting that they've got like 500 hours in this game. I don't even have close to that. But 500 hours is crazy. We were super lucky with some of our RNG though. This had to die. If I hadn't killed this, we would have been absolutely stuffed. Did he have... Interesting. This is Showbot. I wouldn't put... See, I don't know. If you're going for this fit, if you're going for the Kintaro Firestarter, you're actually better off with Paradise here. Because at some point, you're going to want to Death from Above, right? There's no way around it. You're going to want to Death from Above. And you're better off Paradise here. I mean, in this current build, Death from Above's fine. I reckon they're going to nerf it, but at the moment, if you're playing right now, Death from Above is the way to go, right, on a Firestarter. Especially for the knockdown. Ozone, Wildfire, yeah. I suppose you've got decent hit chance here. I prefer movement. Wildfire, from memory, doesn't have the greatest of piloting skills. And Ozone, I think, has okay piloting skills, but not so much. Pretty happy with my loadout. Man, we were just clinging on to our AC here, and we were just clinging on to that center torso somehow, but it all came together. And I will take this as a win any day of the week. Any day of the week. And with that, we'll take a break. Tune in next time. More adventures of BattleTech. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.